What's going on, guys? My name is Ryan, aka Hero, and today on the Big 3, I'll be discussing Black Clover. Just a disclosure, today I'll only be focusing on the anime side of things. If you guys want to hear about the manga side of things, I'll probably be uploading a video on that soon enough, but today I'll just be focusing on the anime. Today's topic revolves around the two main protagonists, Asta and Yuno. The two brothers are in an internal rivalry to see who can become the Hokage, I mean the Wizard King. The two are very different from each other, one being a born prodigy with a 4-leaf clover grimoire, which is also what the past Wizard Kings possess. He has a vast variety of spells under his belt, and in general is just a very gifted wizard. Yuno also has a magical wind spear, which I won't be including in this battle in attempts of a way to make the battle a little bit more even, just because if he were to have the spirit on his side, it just wouldn't be a contest whatsoever. And the other, well, he's the opposite, having a complete lack of magic aura in his body. He does possess an overall enhanced physical abilities such as speed, strength, and overall instincts. On top of his enhanced physical abilities, he also possesses a tatted up mysterious grimoire and 2 magical swords. Also, as I was writing this, I didn't really realize that I didn't tell you guys which one was who, so Yuno is the first one and Asta was the second one. So yeah, back onto the video. To go more in depth on both of them, Yuno possesses powerful wind spells even prior to having his grimoire. Some of his spells include Powering Tornado, which creates what you think, a big tornado, Crescent Kamatatachi, somebody get me a dictionary, which are pretty much thin slices of air that can cut through many things. His vast movesets creates a good amount of long and short range attacks, which can keep Asta at bay or close up if needed. Asta, as stated before, has a massive boost in just about every stat excluding magic, which closes the gap between the two just a little bit more. Something that has recently been added to Asta's combat skills is the knowledge of ki. With this, it is going to make him a lot harder to hit while also being many times more dangerous. Asta's Demon Slayer sword is one of his swords. It is a very big and heavy sword, which is very hard to do quick attacks with, this also being his main weapon. The sword, being a sword, is a short range attack. The weapon can cut through and deflect just about every single magic, but more of that later on. His second sword, the Demon Dweller sword, on the other hand, is a much lighter and thinner sword that can absorb magic as it cuts through the spells. Using that stored magic, Asta is able to throw a flying slash back at the enemy. In the current episodes, Asta doesn't really understand the sword, therefore I'm not going to really be counting too much of it during the fight, but currently that is the only source of weaponry to account the long range ability. In my opinion, I believe Asta has more combat skill than Yuno. Both of their personalities are different while also being similar. It would only make sense considering Yuno and Asta being raised together. Yuno being a cool and collected personality, while Asta being a hyperactive, reckless, joyful person. So to break it down as to if I believe Asta could take on Yuno, the answer is, although clear yet interesting at the same time. I believe that Asta at this point in time of the anime could not take on Yuno. Many of Asta's fights revolves around the enemy not expecting the sheer brute strength of Asta and his mysterious sword. Yuno, knowing him for all his life, could easily know how to handle Asta and his crazy physical stat. This also goes for Asta knowing Yuno's strong and weak points, but overall I believe he can't do enough to change the gap that they have currently. Yuno's spells could easily keep Asta from coming close because they are fast and strong moves. Although I believe as time goes by and Asta learns more about ki and other combat skills, he could take on Yuno in a more even fight. But overall, it will be an interesting thing to see either way. Alright, so that was my opinion. If you guys disagree at all, leave in the comments down below. Let's have a conversation, because at the end of the day, this is literally just my opinion. If you guys disagree, then you can disagree. It's all good. Thank you for checking out the Big 3. My channel will be linked down in the description down below, and that'll be it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, have a nice day.